Alright, so we're going to grab that thing. That thing. Grab that thing. Santa! Pick somebody to answer the next one. Left and right.
What?
Left and right. Left and right. Oh, from my center, how far do I go left and how far do I go right?
Oh,
2, because I'm looking at the 4, right? Because 4 is underneath x, so I'm going left and right 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Okay, pick somebody for the next one. Up and down? 6, because I'm looking underneath the y, so I go up and down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Pick somebody. Colin. Yesterday we talked about major and minor axes, and actually the day before too, right? Do you remember which one was which?
The minor is the shorter one.
Okay. Major's the long one. Fantastic. So the endpoints, or the vertices, are the endpoints of the major axes, right? Okay, so what are the vertices of this ellipse? Red dots or green dots? Red dots, okay. So that would be -5, comma, -2, and -5, comma, 10. Agree? Pick somebody for the next one. You pay. What do I do next?
We find our full set.
What are we going to do first, though?
Well, the c squared equals a squared. Oh, that's good. Yes, we make it.
We got to draw it first, right? All right. Good thing I wasn't getting a video of that one. Somebody would probably think I was spazzing out. Okay? All right. Now what do we do?
Alright, okay, now we do the c squared.
Now we do that c squared thing. Okay? So c squared is going to be equal to what in this case?
Absolute value of 4 minus
What is 4 minus 36?
32.
32? Well, really it's -32, but we make it positive 32, right? Okay? All right? Open question. Actually, no, I lied. We're picking. You pick the next person.
Christy.
Christy, do you know what the square root of 32 is? Do you know how we could get it? First, we get your back. Then, we look for perfect squares, right? What's a perfect square that goes in 32? Four goes in there how many times? 8 times. Is there a perfect square in 8? What? 4? So 4 times 4 is 16, right? So 16 would be a perfect square that goes in 32. Right? Twice. So what's the square root of 16? 4. So the square root of 32 here would really, or so C, I should say, is really 4 square roots of 2. Right? Pick somebody. Maddie. Maddie, how's it going? Good? Not really? Okay. What? You know what's going on? Do you know where the major axis is? Up and down, right? So that means that my foci are on that, right? So am I going to add that 4 square roots of 32 to the x part or to the y part? The y part of my center, right? So my foci then would be at the -5 would stay locked in, right? Because that's the x part. comma, 4 plus or minus 4 square root of 2. Right? Okay. You can pick some right now. Sarah, are we done? Why not? Well, because what did we have to do in this problem? We had to graph it, right? So we graphed it. We had to give our 5 key points, right? Which we had said was the center, the 2 vertices, that's 3, and the 2 foci. It doesn't look like it, but that really is 2 points. Okay? Because one is 4 plus 4 root 2, and the other one is 4 minus 4 root 2. Right? Okay? So are we done? Yeah, we're done. Okay? Heck yeah, we're done with that one. Okay? Questions? Yes, ma'am. You could have. Yes. Yeah, you could have. Okay? I believe on tomorrow's formative and on next week's quiz, I believe on these problems I have it just kind of like a blank, like foci, colon, and then it's blank. You know what I mean? Whereas on the hyperbolas that we're going to do next week, because I already printed them out before I looked back, and I should have done that for that too, but I didn't. There it's actual 2. Okay. All right. So let's go in reverse now. Now I'm going to give you the graph, or I'm going to give you some key points, and I want the equation. Okay? So remember that the equation is x minus h quantity squared all over a squared plus y minus k quantity squared all over b squared equals 1. That's our equation. Always. One form. It's not like parabolas where there's 2 different forms. It's like circles where there's 1 form. Okay? And the kicker is, it's always equal to 1. Okay? So, what do you need to find? You definitely need to find the center. Okay? So, that's our center. So, somewhere by the graph, I would put the center, whatever that center is. Right? So, in this particular case, the center is at the origin. Okay? So that tells me now then that x minus y minus, that's a 0, that's a 0. Yes? Okay. What else do we need? Okay. So horizontally, how far we go from the center to the end of that axis, right? Okay. So this distance here would be what? It's 5, but is that A? Is that B? Is that H? Is that K? Is that Q? Is it what? Why is it A? Because it's the X one, right? Okay. So this is A here, and we said that that is equal to 5. So if A is 5, that denominator is going to be 25, right? So I can finish off this fraction. So this fraction is x squared over 25. Right? Now what?
Same thing for the y.
For the y. So it counts up. So this part right here is my b, and that's going to be equal to, looks like 3. So the equation of this ellipse is x squared over 25 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. Yeah? I challenge you now to find me the foci. Which axis, horizontal or vertical, is the major axis? Horizontal. So that means I'm going to take from my center point, I'm going to add and subtract 4 from the x part. Okay? So really, the foci are at 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. Did you need something? Did you had to text me and walk all the way across the room to get my phone?
No, I'm just doing my work.
Just doing your work?
Yeah, see, it's all done.
Okay. So what you're saying then is you've challenged me to a new game.
Eventually.
Okay? Make me walk all the way across the room for that. Alright. Try that one. Nobody likes to cheat. Alright, so first off, I would graph the center. 2, 2, 4, and 6. So right there, that's my center. Okay? It has a focus at 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a focus right there. And an endpoint of the minor axes at 2, 4. Okay. So, what do I know? What is this one? Is that A or is that B? That's B, and that's going to be 2, right? Okay. What else do I know? What is? No. So what do I know? I know what? I know C. C is 3. Remember, C is the distance to my foci. Right? Okay? So, right? So C is 3. Oops, I should put it as that, right? Okay. So 9 is going to equal a squared minus 4, right? Because I don't care about the negative one of the two. So what do I do? Add 4. So that gives me 13 is a squared, correct? Okay. So x minus 2 quantity squared over what? Over 13 plus y minus 6 quantity squared over 4 equals 1. Questions on that one? Yes, ma'am. Because b is 2. Okay, so we squared that, so b squared is underneath 1. Yep. Go for it. Center. Okay. Horizontally. 5. Vertically. 8. Yep. Okay. X minus 3 quantity squared all over 25 plus y plus 2 quantity squared all over 64 equals 1. Yes? It then asks you to find the foci. Agree with the square root of 39? Yeah? Major axes, vertical or horizontal? Vertical. So that means then that my foci are at 3, comma, negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 39. Yes, ma'am? Questiones. Worksheets due when? Monday. What's going on tomorrow? Formative. Yes.
I just got one data, so